Welcome. In this video, I'll be going over unboxing of the HUAWEI MateBook 14. Now, before I actually get into the box, let's quickly flip it to the side so we can get a look at the actual specifications right here. So we can see the model, which is the HX. It's a gray one, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 14.2-inch display, 1 terabyte of SSD, Intel Arc graphics, and a Intel Ultra 7 155H processor inside. So now let's get into it. We do have two seals to cut through. Get a charging brick right here with a non-detachable cable, unfortunately, and it's just a 65-watt charger also, so not really anything great, and a Type-C end. Chances are you might actually have a faster charger for your phone than HUAWEI provided with their device, and that will have a detachable cable as well. So that's one thing. And then we get the laptop itself, and I'll be damned if this is gray. Or did I just misread it and it said green? Because that would be probably more adequate. Let me see if I'm illiterate. Yep, I am. It's green. So I am just a moron. Oh, no surprise there. I am the guy that basically talks to myself for a decent amount of hours per day, so you know. Okay. So, laptop itself is a pretty small device. Aluminum body, though if we have to compare it to something like a MacBooks, which also come with an aluminum body, this just doesn't feel as premium, and it's already scuffed up by the looks of it. Oh, no, never mind, it just wipes off. Okay. I got scared for a moment. There was like a weird smudge on the side, and I thought that it's already scuffed up, but it wiped off. Now, opening it up, we have... Get rid of this. Do we have a battery? Nope, we don't. Surprise. Well, I guess let me grab my power brick that comes with the device. Oh, one thing that I didn't notice. It comes with a pre-attached Velcro, so that makes it much more manageable in terms of organizing the cable. Okay. So I needed to unplug my speaker, as the brick is quite hefty for the fact that it's just a 65 watts. So yeah. Now, charging port is on the left side. On the right side, we just have a USB port. And it's already booting up. So you can see we have a pretty nice looking display. So here's a Type A USB port. Then on the left side we have another Type A port, a full HDMI port, and a headphone / microphone jack. In terms of the keyboard, let's quickly take a look at the layout right here. If anything is a bit wonky, the shift is a bit shorter compared to what you might be used to. So that will probably be messing you up just a little bit when pressing the slash button, which is also on the completely different side, I'm pretty sure, right? So here's a normal keyboard, just to kind of compare this. So what we have right here, I would have not here. Where the hell is it? Oh, right there. So we have a different enter in this case. I do also have this keyboard. Okay, so this one has a much more similar kind of a layout. So there we go. So this is a pretty traditional layout. The only kind of wonkiness is the little up and down arrows, though I think this is more standardized now in order to kind of have a compact just entire computer laptop. So yeah. Now this screen right here is pretty nice and big. Now on the camera it won't look as impressive, I think. It doesn't look to me on the camera that impressive, but in general this is a pretty nice looking display. I'm sorry for that, morons at work can't freaking figure out how to close the door without slamming it.
To set up your device using a screen reader, turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus Control.
It does seem like I'm working with apes, so forgive me. If you ever see the camera shake, just know that there are people that don't know this is a workplace. Anyway, yeah, the display right here looks pretty nice. The bezels on it aren't as smallest, and they're also not symmetrical, so the top one is a little bit bigger than the side ones. And at the top of the top bezel, you do have a tiny little camera. This does look like a measly couple megapixel, maybe 5 megapixel sensor. So nothing really substantial. Now let's see if I can quickly find info about this, as I did not do that right before I started recording. So okay, so this is actually coming with a apparently 2.8K OLED display. Well, that's a touch display. Okay, I did not expect that one. So this is a touch display, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna jump straight to the specifications on the Huawei website. So the resolution right here is 2880 by 1920, which puts it at 243 pixels per inch. We have a max brightness of 450 nits, 100% sRGB coverage, 100% DCI-P3 coverage, 95% Adobe RGB coverage. Contrast ratios, we're looking at, if I can count the zeros, 1 million to 1, 10-point touch display, Intel Arc graphics, 16 gigs of memory, 500 or 1 terabyte of storage, so this is the higher one with 1 terabyte. We have a lithium polymer battery with a 70 watt-hour capacity. Bluetooth 5.1 on board. Now, considering this was released in 2024, so I am a little bit late with this product. Bluetooth 5.1 I think wasn't necessarily the newest one back then. I think it was already like 5.3 at that time. So it is a little bit behind in terms of that. And if you wondering why I'm bringing that out, is Bluetooth 5.3 gives you lower latencies. It's just obviously an improved version. It allows you to have a seamless connection to like multiple devices and so on. So it is going to be just a little bit better. HDMI doesn't specify what the port actually is. But the USB-C that we have for charging supports data, charging, and it's also a display port. So that's a pretty nice thing. This is a very versatile port right here. Only we have one though, which means that you will either need to get a dock or you're limited to charging or a dongle. One thing that I didn't mention is the power button, which doubles as a fingerprint sensor, but hopefully you gotta look at it right here. So it does kind of come on this little thing. So you can assign it with a hello, Windows Hello, or whatever it's called. We also have a 1080p HD camera, 2 microphones, 2 speakers, though I assume there will be somewhere like right here, or oh no, never mind. The speakers are at the bottom, right over here. So they are going to be firing down onto the table with the idea of reflecting off of the surface outwards like so. So if you're holding it on your lap or whatever, you might be covering those up. So this might be a little bit worse kind of sound quality if you don't have it on a table. As if you have it on lap and you're not covering the speakers, it will just fly downwards towards the ground, which obviously just kind of defeats the purpose. And if you cover it up with your legs, again, that kind of just gonna completely muffle up the sound. And yeah, that's basically everything that there is useful about the device. One last thing that I didn't mention, but it probably already noticed, is it's running Windows 11 out of the box. So hate it or love it, it does have it. But obviously you can always flash your own operating system on here, Linux or whatever you want, Arch, or maybe even something like a Steam OS, which Steam released. But in any case, that basically sums it up. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.